So the chief support for the Artur Beterbiev-Callum Smith fight was a super middleweight contest between a French fighter called Christian Mbilli going up against an Australian fighter called Rohan Murdock. Now, Mbilli is an all-out pressure fighter, volume puncher. He just throws, and throws again. His trainer, Mark Ramsey, I think that's his trainer, the same trainer Beterbiev has, said that Mbilli has the best cardio he has ever seen in a fighter in his entire career as a trainer. And that's saying something because he's been in boxing for decades. And you can see it in Mbili's performances in the ring. Again, throws a tremendous amount of punches. He's very exciting to watch. He's going to be in many compelling fights moving forward. And this fight was very entertaining as long as it lasted. Again, Mbilli just comes out swinging, throwing everything, the kitchen sink at the opponent. And Rohan Murdock was very tough, very game, but ultimately he didn't have enough firepower to keep Mbilli off. And he got beat down, worn down, and his corner eventually said, "That's enough, son. You can live to fight another day." It was a great decision by the corner. Not that Rohan Murdock protested, from what I saw, to what his corner were doing. So they kind of got his silent consent. But either way, it was a great decision by the corner because, yeah, Murdock was not going to win that fight, clearly. So Mbilli then called out Canelo Alvarez. That's a fight he has been calling for a while, apparently. Well, I absolutely respect and understand the ambition. But if I'm just looking at it as a boxing analyst, I think that's disastrous for Christian Mbilli. You know, from a stylistic boxing perspective, it's great for his bank balance. And of course, as an ambitious young fighter, he's shooting for the stars. I get it. But if I were to pick a winner between those two fighters right now, it's obviously Canelo all day. The skill gap between Christian Mbilli and Canelo is absolutely vast. I mean, Mbilli isn't even in the same universe as Canelo in terms of skill, okay? And I'm going to say this as well. I don't know whether Rohan Murdock has got an iron jaw or whether Christian Mbili's punching power is maybe not amazing, because Rohan Murdock was able to take an enormous amount of flush headshots without going down. Now, some guys do have chins like that. They just can't be cracked or dented, or extremely difficult to crack or dent their chin for most of their career. You know, George Chuvalo, Oliver McCall, people like that. Does Rohan Murdock have that kind of chin? I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him to be able to make that judgment. But all I know is that it stood up to Christian Mbili's power shots, and there were loads of them landing flush. So make of that what you will. Canelo is a very, very good puncher, particularly at 168. He's very skillful. Christian Mbilli will be looking to just overwhelm Canelo with volume in a similar way to what James Kirkland tried to do, what Alfredo Angulo tried to do. And I know both of those fights were a very long time ago, but they didn't work out well for those guys. You know, from what I've seen of Canelo over the years, and we've all watched him many, many times, you need more than volume. You need to have some boxing acumen there. You're just going to come in and throw a load of punches. That's just countering opportunities for Canelo all day. If that style is going to work for Mbilli against Canelo, he's going to need to have an iron jaw himself. Because while he might be able to outwork Canelo, he's not going to be able to avoid all the counters coming back. And Canelo, as we know, has got a very good defense. He's a hard guy to tag clean. He's going to be slipping, rolling, and then coming back with his own hooks and uppercuts, timing Mbilli. And if Rohan Murdock is catching you in exchanges, Canelo's going to catch you. And Canelo, I'm going to bet, hits an awful lot harder than Rohan Murdock. So I don't like Mbili's chances in that particular fight myself, but be that as it may, he's a very exciting addition to the 168-pound division. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's a fun fighter, and there'll be some fun nights for the boxing fans involving him in future. So let me know what you thought about his performance, how far you think he can go, how good you think he is, in the comment section below.